First sack of the night. Herbert gets rid of it, and he's picked. Intercepted.
What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel and you would like to support the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. We're almost to 2,000 subscribers, and please like this video and please leave me a comment. I'll definitely respond to you guys. Well, Raider Nation, I've been getting a lot of comments about the Raiders should definitely go after a cornerback in the first round of this draft. Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think we should draft a corner. Why? Because we have too many young corners on this team. We have Sam Webb, Jack Jones, Brandon Faison. He has the most experience at the cornerback position. He has 6 years experience, but nevertheless, we still have Jacorian Bennett. So that cornerback room is very young. Not to mention Nate Hobbs. Nate Hobbs, Jacorian Bennett, and Jack Jones are our best 3 corners. But if someone goes down, we have no depth. And that's been one of the Raiders' Achilles heels for as long as I can remember. We have plenty of good starters up and down the board, but we just don't have depth. And once the season goes along, it's inevitable that someone is going to get hurt. That's just the way of the league. It's a tough physical game, and sometimes you need depth so your players could play and your team could, be good in the long run. That's why I believe the Raiders shouldn't draft a corner because, like I said, we already have too many young guys. I believe we should go get a veteran corner. Now, there's been a lot of names being attached to the Raiders. Guys like Tre'Davious White, Adoree Jackson, because he was in New York when Patrick Graham was the defensive coordinator. So those two guys have experience working together. Me personally, I will go after Stephon Gilmore. I believe he is the best corner in free agency still available. This guy, yes, I know he's a little seasoned. He's played 11 full seasons. This would be his 12th in 2024, but this guy has been to multiple Pro Bowls. He's been a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he's also been a 2-time All-Pro. At one point in his career, he was the top-rated corner in the league. When he was with the Patriots and with the Bills, he was regarded as one of the best corners in the league, a shutdown corner, something that we haven't had in a long time. I would like to believe that if we were to get Stephon Gilmore, it would be very similar to when Charles Woodson came to the Raiders on his second stint. Yes, I know when Charles Woodson came back to the Raiders for that second time, he was primarily a safety. He didn't play cornerback, but Stephon Gilmore is not as old as Charles Woodson was. He still has a lot of left in the tank. I believe that he could still be that shutdown corner, that corner that we put out there on an island and that could take away a team's best receiver. Like I said, we haven't had a corner that can do that for a very long time. In my previous videos, I've been mentioning guys like Nnamdi Asomugha and Charles Woodson. Those were the last 2 corners in recent history that the Raiders have had that you could put on an island and just take away their best receiver. That's why I think the Raiders should go ahead and get Stephon Gilmore. He would be a great veteran presence in this cornerback room. Jack Jones still has a lot of maturing to do. So does Jacorian Bennett. Jacorian Bennett was the starter last year. He started the first 2 games of the season, and then he got yanked, and they started to put other guys in there. But, he still has a lot of room to grow. Jack Jones has still a lot of room to grow. That's why I believe if Stephon Gilmore can come to the Raiders, he would provide so much great veteran leadership to this cornerback room. Show Jack Jones what it takes to be a pro. Shoot, he would even help the DBs in the names of Trayvon Merrick and Marcus Epps. Yes, I know Marcus Epps is already a veteran. He went to a Super Bowl with the Eagles. But nevertheless, you just can't have too many veterans out there. When it's all said and done, when it's mano y mano, when the game's on the line, you want as many guys that know what the hell they're doing out there. Because if shit hits the fan, one of those leaders will step up in that huddle and provide great leadership when it's needed. Like I said, Raider Nation, I would love this guy for the Raiders, for that cornerback room. Nevertheless, I have full faith in Jack Jones and Jacorian Bennett and Nate Hobbs if we do not add a cornerback in this cornerback room. But you just can't have enough corners. Like I said, it's inevitable for someone not to get hurt. But if we cannot get Stephon Gilmore, another name to keep in mind is Xavier Howard. He is still on the market. He is another all-pro, pro bowler, veteran corner that I would love in this room. And the thing is the same. We need a veteran in that cornerback room because if someone gets hurt, it's the next man up. We have to have that next man up mentality. Like I said, you can't have enough corners in this league. There's teams out there that spread 4, 5 wideouts out wide. They go in the shotgun with an empty backfield, and you need corners out there. Sometimes you need a box safety that can play the run and that can play the pass. And sometimes we just don't have enough linebackers to cover these guys. So insert the corners. Nate Hobbs is a great slot corner. I don't like him out on an island outside. He plays better in the slot. So with that being said, right now our two starters on the outside are Jacorian Bennett and Jack Jones. Jack Jones is really our cornerback one right now. But if we were to add either Adoree Jackson, whether it be Xavier Howard or even Stephon Gilmore, I think those guys would take the role of that cornerback one, be able to put their best receiver on an island and eliminate him for the rest of the game, with the exception of Adoree Jackson. I don't believe he's a shutdown corner, but I would love him just for the veteran leadership, just for the veteran presence. Like I said, he has experience working with Patrick Graham, and it would be a hell of a lot easier to teach the young guys the ropes to see how to play in Patrick Graham's system. I'm not saying that, hey, these guys don't know what the hell they're doing, but you just can't ever have enough leaders out there in that defense, because like I said, Raider Nation, when shit hits the fan, you want as many guys to know what the hell they're doing out there. Nevertheless, I think our defense is a top 10 defense, whether we add any of these guys or we don't. But like I said, Raider Nation, I don't want the Raiders to draft a corner in the first round. I believe we should go with the interior, whether that be on the offensive side or the defensive side. Antonio Pierce, Tom Telesco, both of these guys know what it takes to win. And it takes interior pass rush. It takes an interior offensive lineman blocking these guys to start. You got to build from the front to the back. It starts with the interior. You can have the shiny toys on the outside. You can have, a great running back, a great wide receiver, a great quarterback. But if nobody can block, if nobody could rush the passer, then it's all for nothing. Like I said, it starts in the trenches, and I believe the Raiders should go after either a tackle, a guard, or a defensive tackle in the first round. I believe we should stay away from the cornerback position in the first round. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think about the Raiders possibly adding Stephon Gilmore or Adoree Jackson? And until next time, Raider Nation, peace.